Hi everyone, and welcome back to this week's Who Would Win. This week's Who Would Win, we look up the two Bugmen in their respective universes, Spider-Man versus Blue Beetle. One is bitten by a radioactive spider, the other has an alien techno-organic mechanism parasite attached to him. So, this, by the way, comes to us from Andre Sanders, who has given me a good couple of requests in the past. Thank you, Andre, for your suggestion. Oh, excuse me, just getting comfortable here. And there's Domino getting comfortable over there too. Hey. Ooh, almost there, Domino. Anyway. So again, surprisingly, I was going to just write things down for this one, but turns out as soon as I picked up on Blue Beetle and what he can do, I was able to pretty much formulate who would be able to win out of this pretty well. I haven't fully figured out the scenario yet, but I can more or less figure out who's going to win from this scenario and basically relate their abilities. So Spider-Man, Peter Parker, is your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. He's bitten by a radioactive spider. Go figure. Gave him an array of abilities, super strength, where he can leading into the tons range of strength. I think it varies from depending which depiction you look at, but he's strong enough to lift around 10 tons, give or take. He's able to not knock the Hulk out, but he's able to deliver the Hulk a solid blow. Capable of leaping tall buildings in a single bound. He's capable of lifting cars over his head, holding up large or holding up large falling walls or brick buildings, things along those lines. He's got the agility of a spider. He's very agile, all combined with his spider sense, which is the omnidirectional warning system, as you might know with a spider sense. But he has to react to it. If he doesn't, he can sense it, but if he doesn't react in time, he's got a problem. Obviously, wall crawling, you can adhere to pretty much any surfaces, though there are surfaces he can't, anything that's slicked with either water or oil or something like that, he can't stick to. He's faster than your average guy, but he doesn't have actually super speed. Super reflexes, obviously, combined with the spider sense, that's a given. Other than that, though, he doesn't actually have too many other super abilities, but he's highly, highly intelligent. Of course, he has his web cartridges, which, web fluid, he can do it in multiple ways, including web bullets, web lines, web parachutes, web parasails, web shields. You name it, he can probably do it. The webs are highly durable. He's devised different concoctions of webbing, like when he was fighting against Hydro Man, he actually devised and mixed in some cement cartridges in there with him, so he was able to pretty much freeze up the Hydro Man. I think at one point he can honestly strengthen his webbing as well to just make it stronger. Generally speaking, it can hold sub-superhuman individuals fairly tightly. It's easily able to support a human being, easily able to support several human beings in terms of tensile strength, but it dissolves within about an hour. Obviously, Spider-Man is not immune to everything. Even just general damage. He's not bulletproof. He's durable. He can take a hit, but and he can he's got a minor healing factor too. I forgot about that. But it's not that he isn't durable. It's just compared to real durable, he's not Colossus durable. He's not Juggernaut durable. He's not Thor durable. Hell, he's not even really Wolverine, Deadpool durable in the sense that his healing factor is nothing compared to those guys. He's just got he's more Captain America durable, I guess is the best way to put it. Can take a pretty decent hit, and he can recover a lot quicker than a normal person, but he can only take so much of a hit. Also, he's weak to a certain pesticides, like his kryptonite will kill him, and, anything that can pretty much kill a person can kill him. Now, Blue Beetle. Now, there's two different versions. We're going with the younger version, because he's the one that actually has the, one second, actually. What's that guy's name? Blue Beetle, Blue Beetle, Blue believe do blah blah or whatever that song is. James Reyes. So James Reyes is actually a teen, which is another reason why this fight kind of works pretty well. Now, his backstory is pretty much that the original Blue Beetle found the Blue Beetle, which is the Scarab, which is a techno-organic kind of weapon. And was able to use it to some extent, but when Jamie found it, he was able to basically it tapped into it basically attaches to the spine, and when danger rears its ugly head, it forms the Blue Beetle armor. And it has a few different sub powers that won't matter. Like he can see dimensional objects and kind of into dimensions a bit. That's not going to matter in this fight at all. But anyway, so once he is in the form of the Blue Beetle, like once he takes on the armor and things along those lines, he's not invulnerable, but he's bulletproof. He can take a punch, that's for certain. He can take a punch of some of the heavier hitters of the DC universe. Not like Superman, he can't take a true punch from, or anyone like that level. But like think if there's tiers like Superman, Wonder Woman, Martian Manhunter, they're like the top tier, and then you have like peak human, which is Batman, which is 1 to 10. He can take like hits from the 5. He can like take hits from like the mid range. He's also durable enough to survive a re-entry from orbit without a scratch and get back up like nothing happened. That's durability Spider-Man don't have. So yeah, he's highly durable. Strong enough to basically catch a truck thrown at him with just one arm and lift the truck over his head. So if you think about the velocity of a truck, and I don't know the true math on this, but I know that it was like 180 tons when I was talking about the Celine feat when she kind of tossed a truck at a character in one of the movies. So you'd have to imagine it's something like that. And he did that with one hand where he caught it. What's actually more impressive, not the ability to move something, but the ability to stop something. Because momentum is a powerful force. Either you have the momentum and then the momentum carries over into whatever you're hitting, or you start getting something moving and then, the momentum's going and then you give one final push and just kind of toss it. But the ability to just stop something is actually far more impressive than to throw something, because you're basically stopping all that inertia immediately. Or even if you give, you're more or less stopping that inertia right in its tracks. And once inertia gets going, if you get have something going at a really high speed, all that inertia, if you can just make it suddenly stop, that's a lot. That's power. That's not to be underestimated. That's really hard to do. It's a far better feat than moving something. But that said, the Blue Beetle armor also provides them with flight wings and pretty much the ability to morph into any tech-based equipment that Blue Beetle needs at the time. Like it can be a shield. His wings can turn into a shield, a sword, weaponry, gunfire, tasers. He even claims that some of the things he can manifest are weapons of mass destruction level kind of weapons, but he refuses to use that kind of weaponry, so we're not going to factor that into this fight. He's able to even adapt to certain scenarios. It's apparently able to adapt to certain opponents, like it was able to spray out kryptonite dust or kryptonite rays when going up against Kryptonia. I don't know if it was going up against Superman or Supergirl, but he was able to basically spit out kryptonite rays. So it's an extremely versatile suit. But the suits, I mean, as far as I know, the suit could be prone to damage, I suppose. It all depends on who he's really going up against. But also that Jamie and the Beetle is sentient. The Beetle has its own mind, its own 8 eye. So, and Dom was just crunching on her bones. She loves this thing. I got her one of those bones that are like, it's literally the size of my, hold on. I'm just going to take this real quick, Bob. Yeah, see this thing? Yeah, literally the size of my arm. There you go, baby. Just give it show and tell there. So yeah, him and the Beetle are not always on the same page, and therefore it can cause a conflict in interest, and it can leave them open. Also, again, he's not immune to damage. I mean, he can just because he can tank a decent amount of punishment doesn't mean that his armor is invincible or anything like that. It can be taxed. It can be, the Beetle might rescind at some point. But regardless. So how does this fight break down? Well, let's say, Blue Beetle is tracking a bad guy all the way over to New York. And in New York, in this scenario, Spider-Man's there. So Spider-Man sees this. They kind of meet up and they crash into each other. And it's like, whoa, what's going on here, buddy? And the new guy on the block, huh? Are you good guy? It's like, I don't have time for this. It's like, whoa, buddy, I'm just here to talk. And he grabs him by his web, and the fight breaks down. He cuts it. So, and that's how the fight goes down, because Blue Beetle just didn't have time for this. So, the fight breaks down, and Blue Beetle cuts the webbing right off the bat. It's like, well, he cut my webbing? All right, then. He's like, well, look, can we just talk about this? And the Spider-Man just, maybe just grabs him again, but this time he tosses him up onto the roof of the building. But, Blue Beetle's able to correct himself as soon as he gets up. Spider-Man comes in, so Spider-Man comes up. Blue Beetle now goes in, tries to maybe throw some punches. But Spider-Man's spider sense reflex-wise, spider sense-wise, Blue Beetle can't. At the moment, Blue Beetle can't touch him. He's like, what? Even though his speed is probably pretty decent, his strength is decent, his durability is decent, or is great. But he can't. And Spider-Man's, okay, buddy. And then Spider-Man maybe just there was a hit, boom, and then he realizes, ow, that hurt. It's like, what is that suit made of? It's like a lot tougher stuff than you. And then all of a sudden, turns his hands into sonic cannons. Just, and Spider-Man's like, what is... And Spider-Man is actually now being overrun with sonic vibrations. And like, yeah, boom. The Spider Sense suddenly goes, Spider Sense went crazy with the sonic cannons, but he couldn't do anything about him. Spider Sense goes crazy again, but this time he gets clocked in the jaw by Blue Beetle. So now Spider-Man's reeling a little bit, but he quickly corrects himself. Blue Beetle's coming in again, this sonic cannons again, but this time Spider-Man just clogs up the sonic cannons. Just, what? And then suddenly grabs the clogged up pores, but so he clogs up the sonic cannons, big gob of web there, attaches it with a web string, pulls the Blue Beetle down, just knees him straight in the face, just you don't understand. I'm your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. This is my town, chump. All of a sudden, as he's flipping back from being kneed in the face, his back suddenly turns into rocket boosters. And, here's Peter. He got kneed, so flipping. All of a sudden, and then Spider-Man's like, whoa! Gets out of there right in the nick of time. Blue Beetle comes flying up, and then comes down with a sword. Spider-Man's in the middle of the air, so he's like, oh, crap, and then uses his web to shoot. Gets out of the way, and just in the nick of time, however, Blue Beetle suddenly goes from sonic cannon to taser, and then Spider-Man gets tased. Ah! Blue Beetle comes in, just boom, and Spider-Man can't move because he stays. Just grabs him, and they just go straight down to the guy's like, I don't have time for this, buddy. Don't worry, I don't seem pretty tough, so I don't think this is gonna kill you, but it's not gonna tickle. Spider-Man's trying to break free. As he's shaking out the taste, all the while they're about to go crash into the ground. Spider-Man finally regains, use of his muscles, breaks out of Blue Beetle's hold, flips him, is like, funny, I was going to say the same to you. Stomps on his back and then just smashes Blue Beetle right into the pavement. It's like, don't worry, buddy, you seem pretty tough. I didn't think that would kill you. Did it kill you? I hope it didn't kill you. All of a sudden he hears or the sound of a charging weapon. It's like, and basically kind of mimicking you'd imagine Cyborg's like sonic cannon. So it's similar to what like this sonic blast I mentioned, but kind of just like an energy cannon. Spider-Sense goes there, like, oh crap, and then Spider-Man barely gets out of the way. So now Blue Beetle just hops out of there. They're staring at each other. They're doing a bit of a stare off in the streets. Like, let's take us back to the roof, buddy. And then they go back up the roof, and the fight commences. So it's going to be a lot of back and forth. The question is going to be who tires first? Who is really going to wear out the other more than either of them? And the thing is that Spider-Man's spider sense does give him edge in technically in defense. So basically, evasiveness. That's the word I was looking for. In terms of evasiveness, he also has he definitely has the strength edge. But Blue Beetle clearly has the durability edge. Blue Beetle is bulletproof. Blue Beetle can tank re-entry in orbit. So, but Blue Beetle also has the scare of that, if they're not in sync and not in full terms with each other, could be detrimental to him. So the question is going to be who's going to outlast who in this fight. And while I think Blue Beetle definitely is going to tank whatever hits Spider-Man dishes out, I don't think the Beetle is going to give him any sort of enhanced durability in the sense of his stamina or anything like that. So I gotta lean more towards Spider-Man on this. Not to say that Blue Beetle won't get some hits in. Definitely he'll get some hits in. And maybe, it's not going to be every time. Definitely one of those hits could easily knock Peter out, like a energy blast point blank that Peter can't get away from, maybe because, Blue Beetle grabs his leg and just blasts him. Or something like that. But if you're going to ask me who I think is going to outlast because that's what's really it's going to be a battle of attrition in terms of a long-term brawl. Now, I do think that both these guys are going to be tired by the end of the fight, though. It doesn't matter who's winning. They're both going to be exhausted. But if you're asking me who I think is going to be the one that makes it out in the long term as the victor, I think it's going to be Spider-Man. Spider-Man has the ability to avoid Blue Beetle longer and more easily, and therefore take less damage. Blue Beetle can tank more damage than Spider-Man can, though, hands down. So, yeah, Spider-Man, I think, takes this about 70% of the time, I'd say. I think Blue Beetle has it about 30% of the time. Because he can take so much hit. He's pretty strong, though. He's not quite... Like, if Spider-Man is here, Blue Beetle, I think, falls around that level. In terms of strength. So it's not like he couldn't hurt Spider-Man if he could actually hit him. It's all a matter of hitting him and putting him down, which would be extremely difficult to do. Not impossible, but extremely difficult to do. But that's my thought. Let me know if you think differently. If you do, that's cool. Just be cool about it. That's all I ask. If you have any ideas for who wins, put them in the comments below. Let me know. I'll get to them at some point. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Now, I should have a what if. I'm supposed to have a what if and a magic video for tomorrow. I will be seeing Dunkirk tomorrow. That's what I'm seeing tomorrow. I'm seeing tomorrow a lot. But because of my work schedule, just for the tomorrow, didn't mean to say tomorrow. I just did. Because of my work schedule, I'm gonna have to bump the magic and the what if to Friday. So they're gonna be a little delayed, but they will be up. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you next time.